Halloween.
All right, amongst all this fun and frivolity, let's call the village board meeting for November 8th to order. If the clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Gust is absent. Trustee Jensen.
Here.
Trustee Miller.
Here.
Trustee Otterson.
Here.
Trustee Siddick.
Here.
Trustee Wells.
Here.
Mayor Hucker.
Here.
Rex Vengros and Attorney Magna is
I
absent.
feel a little slighted. You only called my name once this time.
Yeah, you're lucky.
If you'd all please stand and join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, tonight we have a consent agenda, which includes the following. Approval of the minutes of the board meeting of October 25th, 2012. Bills presented for payment. Building and CSO report. Zoning and TIF reports. Economic development report. Parks and Recreation report. Public safety report. And public relations report. Is there any item that board members would wish to have discussed separately? Any item that the public would like to have discussed separately? There being none, I would accept a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor,
Sorry.
just one correction on page 2 of that consent agenda. Under the public safety, it indicated that we had about approximately 75 people which attended the neighborhood watch meeting. It was actually 116.
Okay, a correction for the number of people attending was 116 for the Public Safety Committee meeting and Neighborhood Watch meeting on October 24th. So then I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as corrected.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. And roll call, please.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Otterson.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick. Aye. And Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Motion carries. Trustees report. For the time being, until we reorganize committees, it would be my intent to continue to report on behalf of the building, zoning, and TIF committees, although tonight I have no report. All that to say nothing.
Intent is important.
Yeah. All right, Public Works, Trustee Otterson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There's nothing on the agenda under my report, but you'd all be disappointed if I didn't have anything to say. So I was just going to give a brief report on the Beach Road construction. They've poured the last of the curbs on the east half, or Phase 2, yesterday and today. They are going to be moving a lot of the gravel and grading, and next week hopefully we'll get a couple of days above 40 degrees where they can put down the base course of the asphalt. So that'll all be covered in asphalt. We've had a couple weeks of cooler than average temperature for this time of year, so put us back a little bit on the paving. Worst case scenario, the base course, the binder course will all be in, and have to put the finish course on in the spring when they finish with the landscaping, but it will be paved for the winter. We won't have a gravel road there.
So more to come.
More to come, right.
All
And
right.
that's all I will report.
Very good. Public Relations and Economic Development Report, Trustee Miller.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just one item on the agenda for the board's consideration, and this is the approval of a proposal from Cleaver Consulting for a redesign of the village website. And just to provide a little background on this project, it's been more than a year since the village began looking at proposals from various companies through the staff and through the Public Relations Committee for a redesign of the website. We've seen several proposals because our current website is just a little bit outdated. It's been functional, but it's time for facelift and some improved functionality. So at the last PR committee meeting on October 25th, we saw a presentation from Cleaver Consulting, and this is a company from Round Lake, And we found them after going through several other municipal websites. We saw a few that we liked, one of which was Lake Bluff, the other was Lincolnshire, and both of those communities are done by Cleaver Consulting. And this proposal that you have in front of you will give us some additional features that we don't have now, an improved calendar feature, a newsletter email notification, and also something kind of cool, which is a village intranet we have not had up till now. So the proposal is for basic tasks in a fee of $11,300. In addition, the committee recommends that we authorize up to 100 hours at $55 an hour. This would be for on-site training of staff and the creation of some online forms. That would be the type of thing that would go to the intranet. And additionally, they can put personnel-related documents on the intranet, like the employee handbook. And so that 100 hours plus the basic fee of $11,300 is in a total amount not to exceed $16,800. So I would recommend that we move forward and approve this proposal from Cleaver Consulting.
Would that be in the form of a motion?
Yes, sir.
We have a motion, and we have a second. Discussion.
I had a quick question.
Yes.
In our pursuit of a company that might be suitable for our needs, I see the Lake Bluff in Lincolnshire was areas that they had worked at previously. I was just wondering, were we able to touch base, or did we attempt to touch base with
We
those?
did. Actually, both Tracy and I did. We talked to the assistant village administrator and Lake Bluff and got some really excellent feedback on this company. We checked on some of the other companies too, but we got some negative feedback, which caused us to move on to Cleaver. And so we know that that's a contact we already have made, and very positive feedback on the convenience of the relationship, the responsiveness, and the ease of usage, which is something that we lack now. Would you agree, Tracy?
Yes.
There's a lot of times that we'd like to do things in-house, and we just don't have the functionality to do that. So I think this will take care of it, and take care of it very nicely.
Okay, and also just curious, it mentioned a newsletter was a part of the package. What exactly does newsletter entail, and is that a one-time deal in terms of newsletter, or is that?
Well, they talk about it a little bit in the proposal, that this is a component that would allow visitors to sign up to receive the newsletter and other announcements by email.
Okay.
So I guess we'll see as it comes to fruition.
We currently don't have that now, so.
Okay. And we're looking at approximately by next spring this should be up and rolling?
Yes, we're anticipating about 4 months,
3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months.
Okay, thank you.
A big part of it is the migration of the current information on the website now. You know, that's something apparently that they can't predict entirely until they get into it. That's a big job.
Thank you, trustee.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion? There being none, roll call, please.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Otterson.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick. Aye. Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
And that's all I have, Your Honor.
Motion carries. Thank you very much. Intergovernmental Affairs, Trustee Wells.
I have no report, Your Honor.
Thank you. Parks and Recreation, Trustee Gus. Does anyone have the report for him? I can read off a couple of the bullet points from his report.
That was in the consent agenda.
Yeah.
Yes.
We show the senior holiday luncheon on Tuesday, December 4th, from noon to 3 at the Illinois Beach Resort. Already have over 70 individuals signed up for the party. There's a movie date for special needs children and their family and friends on Saturday, December 8th at the Marcus Theater at 9 a.m. Movie to be shown is Rise of the Guardian. On December 8th, there will be a holiday party for Beach Park children at Oak Crest School at 11 a.m. And we also plan on giving out food baskets this year for the Christmas holiday. Applications are available at the Village Hall. Right, public safety, Trustee Siddick.
Thank you. I just have one quick item, and this is resulting from the aftermath from the Neighborhood Watch Unified meeting that had taken place recently at Beach Park Middle School. It seems as though November 14th will be the date here at Village Hall, lower level, 6 p.m., to go ahead and have some of these neighborhoods come in to go ahead and start their Neighborhood Watch programs. And I do believe Trustee Wells may have a little more information on that.
Thank you, Trustee Siddick. Primarily, the meeting on the 16th is the meeting on the 14th of November, which is next week, is just a follow-up to our Unified Neighborhood Watch meeting. And primarily, again, that meeting was to introduce the new our coordinator and also the new CSO officer, as well as to bring together the community with the Sheriff's Department, allow them to answer any questions and to get more acclimated to the Neighborhood Watch process. On next week, we are looking to entertain individuals who have existing Neighborhood Watch groups that might need to update rosters. We're looking at individuals who may have dormant groups that may want to reactivate those groups. We're also looking at individuals who may want to start new groups. There were several individuals who approached Trustee Siddick and myself after the last meeting, and we've had several calls since then. So there's an enormous amount of interest. We look forward to entertaining those individuals and look forward to a productive outing. So again, if you know of anyone who has a need or who has a concern in that area, again, next Wednesday at the 14th at 6 o'clock, lower level here, we will be entertaining Neighborhood Watch groups. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
And that's all I have. That
Thank
concludes
you
my
very
report.
much.
Thank you.
All right. Village Treasurer's Report.
Just have one item on the tax levy extension for 2012. The Truth in Taxation status by law that requires a report and publication if it exceeds 5%. And in this year, it didn't exceed 5%. There was actually an increase of only 3.6% in the SSA 6, and there was a reduction or a decrease of 3.8% on the other SSAs. And so there's no report and no publication needed.
Okay. In addition, I do see that we have the proposed levy for the bond issues that will be ultimately abated.
That is 1.1%.
That's a decrease. So we're not required, but we do want to enter these into the minutes just for to show that we did address it. Very good. Just for the public clarification, the SSAs we're referring to, SSA 6, is the Heatherstone development, Cambridge development, for the purpose of maintaining street lighting and public drainage ways and all the rest. And the remainder of the SSAs are water SSAs for the areas that have the individual SSAs. So no property tax, no panic. All right, very good. Well, then we'll enter that into the record.
And that's it.
Thank you. We have Village Engineers Report. Mark, did you want to take this one?
Well, that's what I was just looking at. There's a change order request to approve in there, and I see a resolution approving it, but I don't see the
Okay.
change order.
Well, what this is actually the change order. I'm sorry, maybe I should have taken
Yeah.
it. This is the a new process we'll be going through on all change orders. There's been some changes in the statutes as far as what change orders require this particular process. Basically, this is a determination, if you will, of the reason for the change order. You'll see under Section 2 that the change order is in the best interest of the village. There's 3 criteria there. One of them has to be met.
Right.
This is actually the change order that we approved at the last meeting. This ratifies that and justifies
Because,
that.
I mean, I know what the change order is, and I was trying to find the dollar amount and all that, but it's not in here.
So, yes, this is actually a resolution, and the number would be
15.
15, approving change order number 1 from Payne and Dolan. Again, this is more ratifying what we did last week, and the dollar amounts were discussed in that.
So this is going to pretty much ensure the next time I ask if I can sit in the lawyer's chair that the answer will be no.
That would be no. Still, no.
Still no.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve Resolution 15.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? I may have confused you more than I helped. Okay. Roll call.
Now, normally, this will come, the resolution will come along with the change order then, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a recent change, and our attorney just brought this process forward to us after that resolution, so we're just going back and cleaning it up.
Okay.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Trustee Otterston?
Aye.
Trustee Siddick?
Aye.
Trustee Wells?
Aye.
Trustee Jensen?
Aye.
And Trustee Miller?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, village coordinator.
Thank you. I have one item. On October 16th, we had a committee of the whole meeting where we reviewed the changes to our current employee handbook and job descriptions, and we've also had Attorney Magna review those as well. And so now we're ready to approve an ordinance adopting the Village of Beach Park employee handbook and job descriptions. And I also have a hard copy here if anybody wanted to take another look.
Yes, and this is the same document, nothing's been changed since we
Right.
reviewed it there.
Yes.
This is basically a replacement for the existing village employee handbook and new job descriptions to kind of reorganize
Yes.
our operation here.
Yes.
So if we could have a motion to approve?
So moved. Oh,
We
sorry.
have a motion to approve? And a second?
Well, they both said move, so...
I know, well,
That side.
what? There we go.
Okay, there you go.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Siddick?
Aye.
Trustee Wells?
Aye.
Trustee Jensen?
Aye.
Trustee Miller?
Aye.
Trustee Otterston?
Aye.
Motion carries.
That was ordinance number?
30, I'm sorry.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Under the village attorney's report, we had one item, which I'll handle, is the ordinance amending the ordinance authorizing the appointment of a deputy clerk. Through our restructuring and job descriptions and the like, we identified a need to have a second deputy clerk, and this ordinance provides the mechanism to do that. It doesn't actually appoint anyone, it's just the adjustment to our ordinances in order to allow for a second appointment to be made. So if there's
Ordinance 31.
ordinance 31, and if there would be a motion to approve an ordinance amending the ordinance authorizing the appointment of a deputy clerk.
So
I
moved.
will second her motion.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? No discussion. Roll call, please.
Trustee Wells?
Aye.
Trustee Jensen?
Aye.
Trustee Miller?
Aye.
Trustee Otterston?
Aye.
And Trustee Siddick?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, under the village clerk's report,
I am asking the board to approve the appointment of Tracy Miracle as the second deputy clerk for the Village of Beach Park.
okay? And now all we need here is a confirming vote to confirm that appointment. So I would accept a motion to confirm the appointment.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
You're quick over there.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we get an explanation as to how this additional role will be balanced by Tracy, who's already got a very full plate?
Basically, what it does is it gives us a little bit more depth at that position. Lori, as we know, will be retiring come the election period, and that's unacceptable. But apparently, that doesn't, what I think doesn't matter. But in her absence, the next clerk would be a part-time clerk, much as the appointment of the trustees are part-time trustees. So that would create a lack of that clerk in the village hall full-time. We have Donna already on board as deputy clerk. On the days that Donna's not there, we would have this as the backup position, and that would be Tracy, or vice versa, however you might view it. So we would always have, hopefully, one person on staff that could perform the duties of the clerk.
Thank you.
It should not be a large, time-consuming process for Tracy specifically, but we do need that person authorized to act on that in that behalf.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Otterston.
Aye.
And Trustee Siddick.
Aye.
Motion carries. One more thing, Tracy.
Thank you.
I think.
She's up for the challenge.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, under Mayor's Report, we have an ordinance, which would be 32, formalizing something that is actually pretty well structured in our ordinances, but this is just a matter of clarification and really does remove any doubt or questions as to the result. This is an ordinance amending Section 5.16.090 of Chapter 516 of Title 5 of the Beach Park Village Code, reducing the number of available Class A licenses from 4 to 3. As stated in the ordinance, as it exists, upon revocation, forfeiture, non-renewal, or voluntary surrender of any Class A, C, G, or H license, the number of licenses available for a class shall automatically be reduced accordingly, and then subsection A of this subsection shall be deemed to be amended. This is just the formalization of what that ordinance already says, and you'll notice that the chart here, there's actually a line through that 4, although it's hard to see, and the 3 is underlined, changing the number of Class A licenses. So
I would gladly make a motion to approve an ordinance amending this previously stated number of the village code, reducing the number of Class A liquor licenses from 4 to 3.
we have a motion.
It's ordinance 32.
Ordinance 32. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? There being none, roll call, please.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Otterston.
Aye.
Trustee Siddick.
Aye.
And Trustee Wells.
Aye.
I have to tell you, you're not calling my name anymore, and it's kind of bothering me.
All these
It's been a long time. Okay, now would be the time for any citizen that would wish to address the board to rise, come to the podium, state your name, your address, and your case. Don't all rush up at once. Golly, we got to get some...
We have a new face in the audience, and she looks like she's dying to say something. No, okay.
Part of the spousal auxiliary?
That's right.
All right. We have no need for an executive session tonight. Is there any other business?
Just a reminder, our next board meeting will be November 29th, which will be 3 weeks. 2 weeks is Thanksgiving, so.
Unless you'd all like to come here and have turkey, but I won't be coming. Yes, sir.
I'd just like to express my appreciation to the mayor and the board for your confidence in seating me here among you, and hope I can live up to the task that you set before me.
You're welcome, and we appreciate you stepping up.
Welcome aboard.
Aboard.
All right. I think we needed the new guy to make a motion to adjourn. What do you think?
Oh!
We got a motion to adjourn? That's quick. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second? So roll call, please.
Trustee Miller. Trustee Otterston. Trustee Siddick. Trustee Wells. And Trustee Jensen.